So we're finally back in World War II. It's 1936, and this should be, I think, a pretty interesting AI game. It feels like it's been quite a long time since I played base game HOI4. Now, I'm using a mod called Swapped Countries, and I think it's safe to say it'll probably have a pretty big impact. Something else to keep in mind is Hitler has France's focus tree, and vice versa. I'm also using Road to 56, so if something crazy doesn't happen in Europe, I'm sure it will elsewhere. This makes me imagine a world where somehow Hitler rose to power in France, which I think is obviously gonna really change some shit. Now in this universe, Germany is very likely to have a nice fascist ally right to the south of them, as well as of course they have another friend to the east, a huge coastline protecting them, and finally they have the Magnum Line, keeping them nice and protected. Even though I'm assuming Hitler's more of a pull-out sort of guy. And yes, of course, he does have former French colonial territory. So, I mean, that should help him out a little bit more. We really got to keep an eye on this, though. A communist France in the middle of Europe could really turn this world upside down. Oh, and also, assuming they both join the Axis, Italy might not be a complete embarrassment, like he normally is in the African front. Okay, Poland, you guys have no excuse this time. You gotta stay alive. Oh. Well, I mean, that shouldn't make that much of an impact. No, fuck it. What am I saying? Poland's gonna die. There's the first war, which isn't super surprising. I feel like this always happens in the Road to 56. So here we go. As I said, if Nationalist Spain wins, Hitler's gonna have a very nice and safe southern border. When was Turkey demilitarized? I don't remember when that happened. Oh man, here comes Communist France. I think they might just get some very sweet revenge. Oh, and Austria was just annexed, which now looks very weird. Okay, that's nice, Bulgaria. They're the first country to join the Axis, and it looks like Turkey is gonna form a Middle Eastern team at some point here. Oh, but get ready for this world's D-Day. This is incredible. We've got this French island out here, randomly, getting ready to come all the way down to the Caribbean so they could take Germany's little islands. Just an impeccable strategy from the AI here. So here we go. Here's our first war. Let's see how this is gonna work out. I guess that was a good idea to annex Austria. Or maybe it wasn't, because they're getting their ass kicked right now. And Poland has formed their own faction. So could we see France join that one? I mean, I know it's unlikely, but that'd be a pretty big deal. Oh, okay, reorganized nationalist China. I like it. Something tells me Hitler is just gonna be a massive disappointment in this campaign. I mean, he only has 55 divisions and 59 factories. There's not a whole lot you can do with that. That's what we expected. So Iraq, Iran, and Afghanistan have joined the Turkish team. Well, you know what, Germany? I think it might be okay. Italy's gonna help you out in this war. They're gonna just barely save you from the embarrassment of losing to Czechoslovakia. Finnish Democratic Republic, join the Comintern. When did Finland lose all their food? Well, there you go. Eastern Europe is starting to get a little bit more interesting, while Poland continues to find new members in the Baltics. Okay, wait a second. How did they declare this war? Yeah, even in a normal game, I've never seen them go after Lithuania. Well, anyways, this is currently what Europe looks like, because of course Poland joined in, and Czechoslovakia has yet to capitulate. At the moment, France isn't doing anything, but that is going to change. Yep, just like we thought, they're gonna die. The three brothers have formed, because I guess they couldn't form the Northern Lights. You had to mess that up, Finland. See, this is why I didn't celebrate your 100th birthday. Okay, this is going to be bad, isn't it? Hitler was already gonna have a really tough time. I don't know what's gonna happen with the UK joining in. I mean, what's going on with that German Navy? It doesn't... Okay, yeah, it seems pretty shitty. I was gonna say it looks all right, but it doesn't. Oh man, this is just chaotic. So France is going after Luxembourg and the Dutch now. Oh, and I guess they're also at war with the UK. I don't get how that happened. Did someone join the Allies? No? None of you? Yeah, I'm confused. Well, there you go. All right, so I think it's safe to say this is one of the stranger World War IIs I've seen. I really couldn't even describe what's going on right now. It's just too much. Let's not forget the three brothers are also on the chopping block. Stalin is probably gonna mess them up. I think the most important thing to remember is Germany and France are still not at war. And of course, they both have mutual enemies with the Allies. Damn, and Benelux is just getting crushed from all sides. Normally it's just this front, but since Hitler's pushing up from the south, it's just a bloodbath. Yeah, I've never seen them taken out that fast before. That is interesting. So the Axis just got some new friends, Yugoslavia and Hungary, which is obviously gonna help in the Polish War, which they did in fact get all of the Baltics to join in. So it's not necessarily gonna be super easy, especially with a much weaker German Reich. Who the hell is this? Did Mao change their name or something? Oh, I think it's a civil war. I can't say I've ever seen this before. So yeah, the Axis definitely needed all their former members to join in. Obviously, as I said, they're a lot weaker this time around. So this definitely helps. Smart. Okay, Hirohito's now going after the Dutch. Okay, this game is just getting better and better. China went fascist without Japan having to even lift a finger. Or wait a second, what happened? Did they actually go to war? It was a really quick conflict if they did, so I'm now starting to wonder how much both the German and French fleets are protecting this English channel. Because as you can see, the Allies just aren't doing that great right here. Or I could be on crack, which I'm always on crack. Germany lost like all their boats. Oh man, I feel bad for the Scandinavians. They're just getting crushed from both sides. There goes the Comintern. So now Poland is definitely dead. Although I gotta say, the Axis have been pretty weak sauce. It's been like a year, and this is as far as they got. This is gonna be a pretty interesting peace deal. I'm assuming the Comintern is gonna get a lot more out of it. Yep, that's a safe assumption. So Soviet Union took 9 states, Hungary and Germany took 3. Poland was puppeted, and I'm assuming that was by the French. And I guess Belarus is here. Oh God, I was really hoping it wouldn't look this bad. They just completely dismantled Poland, which is like kind of unnecessary. Okay, here's the next peace deal. Why is this the only thing? Okay, I think this might be weirder than what happened to Poland. To an extent, it kind of is, because everything looks the exact same. Denmark was puppeted though, and I'm assuming they're now communist. I don't really math that good, but guys, I'm pretty sure this name doesn't work anymore. Oh my God, okay, yeah, they listened. It works now, guys. You went out and became the Tres Hermanos. This is hard to take seriously. I don't understand what Mexico and Scandinavia have in common. I had no idea. How did the Axis land in Nova Scotia? They can't even do this in a regular game. I don't see how this is possible. Well, either way, they're gonna lose this for sure, because the US is about to bitch slap them off this continent. British Raj falling so easily is also like a huge surprise. I feel like they always stick around for a long time. Okay, China must have some sort of black magic powers. They're just going around absorbing different nations now. Honestly, who would have thought that Germany and France would get along? I was kind of expecting one of them would die eventually, but they're kind of working together. Oh, this is always fun. Yep, it's nice to see Portugal just get completely demolished at the end here for absolutely no reason at all. Are you serious? Franco's gone? I don't even know how to feel about this. This fucking never happens. Okay, please, why does this game have to bring up depressing memories? Oh God, I don't think I could take it. That is a disgusting looking Axis in East Asia. I don't think I want to live in this world anymore. That was expected, so obviously the Axis were kicked out of North America. And before this, the French were having a tough time in the UK, but yeah, that's changed. And you might notice these two might want to go to war, but I don't think it's gonna happen. There really isn't a focus left to start this conflict back up, because France can't technically go to war with France, unfortunately. Well, actually, that's not true. There could be a civil war, but you know what I'm saying. But because the French have the German focus tree, and France is also in the Comintern, that's kind of why this is happening. Anyways, the Allies really haven't lost all that much. I'm assuming most of their deaths came from the Benelux region. The Comintern, on the other hand, are pretty pathetic. As for this random civil war that's happening in East Asia, the nation with less communists joined the Comintern. Also, Siam just declared war on those guys, and Siam is in the Axis. It did happen. Who would have guessed the biggest conflict in this world's history would be started by some really, really small places? Yeah, let's just go ahead and watch the world crash and burn. Now, I don't know how well the French are gonna do. It doesn't seem like they're gonna last very long, actually. But I guess if you're rooting for the Allies, this actually gives them a little bit of hope. Dang, so the communists are not having a good time over here. I don't even see why they're trying to push. They're doing a much better job defending than they are attacking. So if you're not in the new world right now, you probably gonna die, because the old world's a lost cause. I guess, unless you're in the Middle East, of course. There's a first for everything, guys. You know, Benito, I gotta admit, you didn't do that good of a job here. You had Germany's help in Africa, but you still weren't really successful. All right, so you know what? The Soviets and the French are starting to have slight success here. It does look like over time, they'd eventually win in Europe. East Asia, on the other hand, who knows? That'll probably be a never-ending war, to be honest. I think it's very likely that democratic Spain would eventually join the Allies, whereas this world's other French Hitler, or German Hitler, I don't even know. Yeah, he worked together with Stalin, and it looks like he probably would eventually take over the world. Maybe. I don't really know. Just as I thought, it's been less than a year, already millions of people have died. Maybe I'm just not used to this because I play so much of the 2017 mod, but it does seem like a lot of people are dying. Anyways, guys, I really enjoyed this video. I did not think it was going to be that good. Please let the guy know who made this mod to continue to make more. I was kind of hoping we'd see another controlled experiment where the US and the Soviet Union switch spots. And given that Belgium is alive once again, and slow progress has been made over here, I think the communists will eventually defeat the Axis. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And of course, big thanks to Neo, Wyone, Destiny Fucker 9000, Jacob W, Random Guy, Rasmus F, Jacob Scott, Elfie, Stormblade, Ethan J, Kirby, Humor Demon, Namir, Stefan M, and Furry Cruz for being my crack daddies. If you want to support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description down below. Thank you so much for helping,